Well, it's been a quiet week here in Lake Scabagon, my hometown. This week, the Squids add some lady energy to the podcast. They talk locks of love, HIPAA, check some voicemails, and introduce some new segments like Wheel of Topics and Squid Games. Isn't that name already taken?
My wife is lurking over there, guys.
What's up, wife?
She's lurking right over
How's it
there.
going, other wife?
I think she can't even hear you. She's now listening to the podcast, so I think she wants to tell me how to be better at it. So this might have been a mistake.
She has notes.
Yep.
Yeah. But she wasn't listening. I was free to be terrible all on my own.
Don't worry, my wife still has not listened, and well, maybe she has. She just hasn't told me.
Brock, we made any progress in your household? Is it still just you?
Well, yeah, my wife has listened to us. She likes it.
Oh.
Yeah, she thought it sounded like a good, clean fun. All that Furnace Fest stuff.
She's just trying to keep him humble because we're only a stepping stone for Brock Dittus.
We are only, and that's we're gonna play a game of where will he
geez.
go, and will he
Okay,
take us with
there we
him?
go. Yeah.
And I took the road less traveled by, and that made all the difference.
As you become our Vinny Chase, we just want to be E Turtle and Johnny. Like we don't need to be stars, but we would like matching Maseratis when you make it to the top.
Just remember us when you Brock doesn't even know what to say, but just remember us when you get big. Remember us. How's everybody
Missy.
doing? Hi, welcome.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
Are we doing a podcast?
Welcome
Nope.
on.
Eventually.
Welcome on in, Missy.
Hey, Pete.
Hey, Brock.
Pete, did you trim your goatee?
Hey, thanks for noticing. It
Yeah.
it
It looks
was
significantly shorter.
It was time. It was time,
Wow.
friends. It was I cried, but I was okay, and now
Yeah,
here
how
we
do you
are.
feel?
A lot lighter. A lot
bet.
lighter, a lot breezier.
Mhm.
I can't cover up the stains up here anymore, and you know,
Understood.
You're catching 50% less crumbs, I bet.
50%
So for
less
those-
crumbs.
Your late night
crumbs.
snacks have declined.
I'm gonna lose weight.
But
For
winter's
those who aren't
coming.
looking at you, yeah, like how long was it
Yep.
before you cut it?
It was 10 inches long.
Okay, that's
Can
Can
pretty
you
long.
donate it like people donate their hair?
Well, here we go. You ready for this story? All right, boom. Story number one. Should we start the podcast, or should I just tell the story?
Tell the story.
Tell the story.
Kevin
and then
turns
we'll
it
do the
into a
intro
podcast.
later. Yeah.
We never start.
Yeah, you're right. I should know this by now. We're over 15 episodes in.
Yeah.
Okay, so back in the day, I had the goatee way down here, and it was 15 inches long.
Mm.
I was gonna shave my goatee in college. This was in college, right? So I was gonna shave my
Uh-huh.
goatee, and I was on the phone with Locks of Love to find out if I could, donate it. Because what do you do with long hair? You donate it. So I was on hold with them. They're like, "Yeah, okay. Do you shampoo? Do you condition?" All I led with was, "Hi, I have some hair to donate. Just curious. What do I do?" And they're like, "Oh, well, do you shampoo and condition and all this? Going through all the things that you had to make sure you did." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah. I'm like, all right. So where's the hair from?" All right. Well, I said, "Well, it's actually my beard hair." And you hear this long pause on the phone. Just a moment, sir. Do you like comb it? I'm like, yeah, it's hair. Do you shampoo and condition it? Yeah, it's hair.
Are you telling me there are people who don't?
I know. I want to know. I want to know these things. I'm like, it's not like I have birds nesting in my beard or anything, right? And they're finally, all right, hold on. Let me put you on hold. So I hear, who knew Locks of Love had hold music, but they do. And so they, there was jingle, 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 do, 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 do. And then they finally came back, asked me a few more questions. And I was like, okay, all right. Well, hold on. Let me talk to my other supervisor. So hold music again. And then finally we're probably about 10 minutes into this call. They finally said,
Yeah.
"Well, sir, I'm sorry, but we we can't take it because it's a little too coarse. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I didn't want to throw it away or, put it in my baby book. I'll just put it in my baby book instead. It's like baby's first long goatee. I
I've been
don't
growing
know.
this since I was 5. Yeah.
Took a couple locks and I gave it to my mother. She was grossed out, but that's all right.
You could put it out for the birds.
I could have, and I actually did. I was like,
see?
yes, birds are nesting somewhere with my goatee. That's right.
Birds will sing forever when we're together. I love it.
That's right. That's what they say when we're together, running just as fast as we can, holding on to one another's hand. That's what the birds were doing when they grabbed my goatee hair. But yeah, so way back, and ever since then, about once every few years, I have it grow pretty long. And then with Furnace Fest reference number 1, except for the recap references. With Furnace Fest,
Everybody drink.
Everybody drink. Ian Esklin and Furnace Fest references. Here we go.
There we go. I gotta open my.
That was a nice sound.
Thank
I
you.
heard that.
With Furnace Fest and any
Fucking
like
great.
big music festival, I try to like shave the head, have the long goatee, and because it's kind of a signature,
So that's your festival setup. I see.
That's kind of my festival setup. As my wife refers to it, is we were at a wedding right before Furnace Fest, and somebody was like, "You have a very long beard." She goes, "Yeah, for rock and roll." And then we just, I loved it. It was an amazing, amazing response. And I said, "Thank you. You get me."
Amazing. Well, hey, should we start the show?
Sure, why not?
Let me tell you some more about beards. So,
This is early.
So I want to know, now that you knew that about the discriminatory behavior and practices of Locks of Love, why didn't you just call them back and say I have some hair to donate and not tell them the truth and just be like, let's see if they'll take it?
Well, because you have to go.
Here's 10 inches. What are you going to do with this?
Well, you have to from what I understand is they take it when you cut at a barber.
Yeah.
And then
they've got to sign off a pledge.
They've got to sign off on it. No barber in their right mind wants to sign off on some whatever that word was, processes.
You're not gonna like shave your feet and put it in a bag.
Well, then why did you those are long toe hairs.
I do think you should call periodically just to have that awkward conversation and to make them
numerous times.
And
every time I grow my beard, I do it.
And they claim there's no man or woman out there who would like to have a beard who can't grow one and would use yours.
You need this cayenne pepper somewhere,
Yeah. I find that implausible.
I'm missing some follicles over here. I can't grow a beard. I would love to, but all I've got is the mustache. Like really, I've shaved anything that doesn't grow well.
There are 10 things. There are 10 things more handsome about you before we even get to the mustache. Don't you know?
Thank you for shaking your notepad and saying this.
Joe has told us that.
Well,
Jared agrees.
I do.
Guys, I'm a little embarrassed.
Why are you embarrassed?
A little embarrassed. Joe said so many things about me.
I mean,
I wasn't expecting that.
They were all good things. You should.
They were good things, just like the kind that made me flush in the face. It was.
Turnabout's fair play.
Your face shouldn't have been that close to the toilet.
I guess that's it.
Face shouldn't have been that close to the toilet. There we go. Then I didn't talk over somebody else. Flush in the face. Get it?
I do get it.
Thanks. That was horrible. All right, continue on. Let's start the show.
Who's doing it?
Who's doing it? God,
who's doing it?
I do have a question that is somewhat related.
Okay.
So I work in long-term care insurance, and so periodically we have to call
sell us something, guys.
Assisted living or skilled nursing facilities. So I've always thought, what would happen if Reese was on the other end of that phone call? Would I acknowledge that I know who he is? Would I wait till the end of the call? Like, what would you do if you
what do you say if Reese calls up and says, "Hey, we really need to claim. We need to submit a claim"?
Well, they wouldn't. Usually, it's us getting medical records.
Oh, okay. I see.
Or we'll send a form for them to complete, and sometimes we've got to call, say, "Hey, we didn't get it. Where is it? Or can you clarify what you wrote on here?" And so sometimes we know
Yeah.
who we're calling specifically, but sometimes we don't know who we're going to get on the end. I'm like, there's a chance he might
There
be
is a
on the other
chance.
line sometime.
Yeah.
So I would call, and if he answers and it's him, you just say, "Oh, hello, Wad," and just see
Keep
what
in mind,
happens.
it is on a recorded line.
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
Perfect.
Hmm.
You'll make
Could
it on a
be used in
5-iron
court.
record.
I read the last name is Lemoine.
But I think you would want to try and work some sort of 5-iron reference into it somehow.
Mm-hmm. Or end the call with piece of pizza.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And then
That
make
would be a
them
good
wonder
one.
when you hang up.
Yep.
I
Leave 'em
think-
wondering.
I think you should ask a string of questions that were posed by one Reese Roper in the song Superpowers. You should ask about his rock and roll, his hair, his clothes, his hobbies, his pets, and if he has a girlfriend yet. And then see what happens from there.
Do you sing? Do you dance? Do you make us laugh?
And it explicitly says to ask you for your autograph right here.
Here, much like Kevin was doing with our
And this
new
form was
contract.
not signed. And
That's
you
fine.
specifically
I
said,
need your autograph.
He goes and he legally changes his name to Justin Bieber so that he can sign on the dotted line Justin Bieber.
there you go.
I like the idea that like you would kind of slip him the contract, like, here you go, got to sign this, and then like as he's signing it, you slip like a 5-iron like insert underneath and just kind of get it. He thinks he's signing the contract, and that's like the sneakiest, most underhanded way you could do it, but you could do it.
Or you just say, are you a famous lead singer from a 90s ska band? And he's like, well, yeah. And you're like, Joe Yerke?
Do you have a very long last name? Like, that sounds Polish?
Ends in ski. Starts with an M.
And are you married to the Heidi?
But I think you can be honest here that when you have to call in Virginia, you've been looking, right? You've been waiting to see.
Mm-hmm.
So far, nothing. That's what you're saying.
Nothing. Mm-mm.
Bummer.
Yep.
Someday.
I'll let you know when it happens. I just can't tell you much more because, HIPAA.
Yep.
Is that a failure puddle, Kevin?
It is.
Hmm.
Suppose we should start the show, right?
Let's start the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah,
Let's
why
start the
not?
show.
All righty.
There we go.
Happy
Are you gonna
failure
drink that
puddle
a whole Dewars?
Damn it, not again.
Is it Dewar? Are you drinking scotch tonight?
No, I'm.
Oh, a little JD honey.
The
Nice.
honey.
That's some good stuff.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just a little JD honey to help the voice, help
That's
the old
okay.
vocal
Okay.
cords, no fireball
right.
here.
Well,
and
go on.
and in honor of Missy, I also have water.
That's what I got here.
I upgraded to tea now.
Ooh, nice.
nice. What kind of tea?
Dandelion root tea. With a
Oh,
little
goodness.
honey.
I love the
Nice.
dandelion root.
On
'Cause it's
brand.
supposed to make me healthy, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This has honey.
There you go.
I went with the Oscar Blues Barrel Aged 1050.
Ooh,
It's
I didn't know they
delicious.
barrel aged it. That was one of
Oh.
the first big beers I ever had. I like what they do.
They put it out a lot. This used to be like a little bit harder to find. Now it's seasonal, but pretty plentiful. And if you see it, if you like the regular 1050, you
Yeah.
really want this. It's
Deep and
Yes.
wide.
yeah, and it's a good 12.5%.
Well done.
Fountain blowing deep and wide.
Yeah.
Waiting for it.
I'm with Missy tonight because I've got the Athletic Brewing Dark and Gordy, and that's the one that doesn't have any booze in it, but it's a really good it's a good pumpkin flavored ale.
Well, 3 out of 5 podcasters can't be. I haven't had anything before now either. I had one sip and I cannot speak.
You're ready to go. You're wound
It's
up.
the
I
honey.
appreciate
Yep.
this.
Oh, it's been a day. Let's get this podcast
Let's get
started.
going. All right.
That's right.
Let's blow this pineapple stand.
If you haven't caught on yet, Missy, we've kind of gotten more unhinged and less organized as we've gone.
She's been listening.
That is just fine. Can't be less unorganized than the pickle and boot shop, except for, maybe
Till
starting
next
next
week.
month. That might all change. So we'll see.
We're about to find out.
I think the one I'm in the middle of editing right now, I think I was like an hour and a half in before we got to the intro.
We're so good at this.
And somehow you still
Yep.
making another perfect podcast.
Yeah.
How'd you like our extra half an hour after show? Was that
It
fun?
was great.
Yeah.
I haven't even
No,
got.
we did.
I still have
Oh,
another
Missy, you
2.5
don't
Oh, you're
hours
not
to
counting the
go.
one that was the bonus one?
Nope.
I thought you were talking about the
No.
bonus.
No.
Oh dear.
No.
No, the bonus
Exactly.
was fun. Our bonus was great.
No,
We're
the-
talking about
Oh,
the
dear
clippings
is
from
right.
last week. Jared and I just talked for another like 45 minutes.
Yeah, bad news, Kevin. We did not stop when you dropped off or when Brock dropped off.
Kevin, have you left that room?
I know.
And then when Pete left, I kept talking to myself for an hour.
It was great. And I thought,
Yeah, my laptop crashed, and I was like, you know what? It's midnight. I'm going to bed.
and I thought Jared had left.
But yeah, so that recording is like 4 hours long, and I've got through about an hour and a
you could
half
have
of
a
it so
lot.
far.
We only do 14-part episodes now, no matter what we're talking about.
Right. We upped the bar after the
Right.
Furnace Fest recap.
That's right.
What if you put out the whole thing and then you just put like the segments and put, what they're talking about, and then people can choose what they want to listen to.
Well, just you
Oh,
wait.
just you wait.
Just you wait.
It's in there.
Oh, you wait. Oh, I don't want to give it away. But...
Oh, Missy, you're in for an audio treat.
We'll call it a treat. It's something.
It's gonna be
I'm
fun.
excited for it.
Yeah.
Me too.
There's a good 2-minute 18-second chunk that if it doesn't have you laughing, I don't know.
Hey,
Is that the one that had me laughing?
it had all of us
Oh
laughing.
yeah, that was wonderful.
Yep.
I feel so good after that.
I feel like we just need to put that one out on the Instagram reels.
All right. Well, let's finally get started.
So how
on this,
about
right?
that? No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
The score is now. Happy Failure Puddle Friday, everybody. We are back, and Missy is with us again, and we are going to talk all sorts of stuff. We've got voicemails. We've got a wheel of topics. We might talk about Insiders Con, Squid Games, who knows what. Let's find out.
Welcome back, Missy.
Thank you. Glad to be back.
All right.
Quite the intro, Kevin.
This and nothing else on this edition of
I look forward to touching on none of those topics that I just mentioned.
Will we get to those? Well, you just have to listen and find out, because probably not.
Unfulfilled promises only.
So I suppose we probably should
Yeah.
start with voicemails because we keep
I'm really
neglecting
excited
that
to
every
get
week.
voicemails.
Do we have a voicemail line?
We do.
Oh, really?
It's 985
There we go.
28
Okay,
squid.
985 28 squid. So everyone
Yeah.
should call that.
Oh, what was that again?
Okay,
It was
yeah. He said it was 985 28 squid.
98528 squid. Got it.
That's what he
Yes.
said. Yeah, 985 28 squid.
Well, I heard it on the commercials. You have to say it again. So
Yep.
I think it was 98528 squid.
Yeah, 985 28 squid.
You
Cool.
are
So
correct,
2 minutes
sir.
and 35 seconds of just the phone number. All right, continue the voicemail.
So you just have to tell Siri, call 985-28 squid, and then you can say whatever you want to say to us
Yep.
or the universe.
Hey,
Exactly.
Google. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Continue on.
Thank you for having a text option for us introverts.
We do.
I guess we should mention that like no one else is going to pick that up, right? Like no one answers there is no one on the other end of the line.
That's even better.
Yeah, it is strictly a voicemail box.
I would love to answer the phone, but
We'll give everybody Pete's number.
You
That'll
can't be
fine.
there all the time. Yeah.
no.
You're in the squid house.
My voicemail box is full for a reason. Okay?
Hello, this is Anna Kipps calling from the Diabolical Discussion Group. I had my wisdom tooth taken out yesterday, so I'm calling with the update. It actually went pretty well. I went in, it took like 15 minutes. I didn't even feel them yanking on my head. They gave me like 10 shots of Novocaine, which took care of any discomfort.
Must be nice.
The only scary part was when they shoved the cotton in my mouth, and then the dentist said to the assistant, he's like, "She did sign the waiver, didn't she?" So that made me a little bit nervous, and then I proceeded to bleed for the whole day when he said it would only bleed for like an hour or two, so that was not the most fun. But I slept all day, and today I feel all better, so I don't think there was any real trauma, and you guys did not jinx me by talking about it on the podcast. So that's my uneventful story, and thanks. Bye.
Oh,
Thank goodness.
I'm
Thanks,
so
Anna.
glad. That's the best
Yeah.
news.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm so glad it was uneventful.
Honestly, it's much better than Kevin's experience.
Oh my gosh, that's the best news that it was
Yes.
okay.
Kept her awake though, huh? Just shots of Novocaine?
Yeah, it's incredible. She did not mention.
She did say they yanked her head around.
I was just thinking that.
Did not mention.
Yeah, that's rough.
You got to watch the dentist yank your head around. That's all part of the fun.
That's what you pay for?
Can't be asleep for that.
That's what the copay's for, huh?
The copay is, that's the line item at the bottom. I don't know. Please tell us, Missy, is it there? The bodily harm line on the no, it's not. Okay, I'm sorry.
Did I tell you guys I successfully had a dentist appointment 2 weeks ago? So
Success.
Not to rub it in. Guys,
congratulations.
Hey, it's okay. Mine's
I had
coming
a
up.
dentist appointment and it went off without a hitch.
Yeah. Did they
So-
tell you that you were flossing enough and that they were really impressed? They could tell that you were.
She asked if I was flossing every day. I said not every day,
Yeah.
but I try to be like Joe Yerke and do it every other day. And she said, I appreciate your honesty.
Did you name drop Joe Yerke? Did you
I
just
did
say
not.
like this is the guy? Okay. Oh no.
I did not,
It's
but I
okay.
should have.
You
She would
brought him
not
up
have
on
I think I
Google.
will. I will. I heard from a guy named Joe Yerke that you could do it every other day. Yeah, which honestly is far more realistic.
I had a terrible experience 6 months ago,
Oh.
and my hygienist Orlando was very mean to me, and he was not happy about
Ooh.
my gums. So I scheduled another one for 6 months, and I went ahead and scheduled it with Orlando, and I flossed every day except for maybe 12 days, and he was
Just to show him up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No one puts Missy in a corner.
He could tell.
I
Like
said,
he
I
saw
did
the
it for you,
improvement.
Orlando. And he said, no, you did it for yourself. And I said, yes.
Oh, Orlando.
He knew what he was
Yeah.
doing that first appointment.
He
He's
was
clearly
so
a
mean.
psychologist.
I was ready to cry. And then it hurt, of course.
But he knew it was work. Look how motivating it was. If he'd have been nice, you wouldn't have flossed even 12
It's
times
true. It's
since
true.
the last time.
Mhm.
He's a genius.
So now we're best buds. It's all good.
Unless you stop flossing in the next 6
Unless
months.
you
Right.
stop
What
flossing
happens
again. He has
then?
to scare me.
Right.
I had no idea that Orlando Bloom was a dental hygienist, but hey,
Not quite.
awesome. Well, first of all, hey, thanks so much for the call. I'm glad you're
Yes,
doing.
Anna.
I'm glad you're doing well, and I'm glad we didn't jinx you.
Well, and we're going to just go ahead and encourage any listener to update us every time they have a dental appointment to let us know how it goes.
Honestly, if you haven't called us after you saw your dentist, we're going to be disappointed.
Every time you have a dentist appointment and you don't call, somewhere someone will be listening to Under Oath's teeth.
Oh, you don't want that on
So
you.
only you can prevent more of that.
You don't want that on your conscience.
You know what you could do? What you could do is you could floss while you're calling us. You could call us up and say, hey, I'm going to floss my teeth right now. And then as you floss, you tell us whatever's on your mind.
I look forward to future voicemails. All right, number 2, coming.
Hi, Squids. This is Tammy Freeze, Freezer's better half. I actually have a question for Brock Dittis. Brock, what's
Yes.
your favorite hardcore band?
Oh, the hard-hitting question.
What is my favorite hardcore band? Well, I have to clarify what is a hardcore band because like I've got a couple that could fit, but you tell me, are the OC Supertones a hardcore band? Because they get a little hard sometimes.
Okay, I thought you were asking Tammy, and I was like, this was a recorded voice.
What about the Insiders? They get a little hard sometimes. Even Five Iron, I think, is known to get a little hard sometimes. You know, buy, sell, throw it away. So sure, I could start there. I was really excited to see POD at Furnace Fest. I got to say,
And they were
I was
awesome.
so excited to see POD because they're pretty hardcore. But they're not hardcore enough to be on the bill at Furnace Fest. So I don't know if I can say that they're my favorite hardcore band. I got Snake Bit, so certainly, like, does that count? Is that they have breakdowns, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
It definitely
Yep.
counts.
What if Five Iron did upbeats and breakdowns? So that'd be a completely different record.
Wow,
I
that would be
support this.
Yeah.
That would be
that would be
awesome.
Exhumator right there.
I suppose you're right. Yeah, because like they were so
True.
close. Or like, well, for for the insiders would the fight of my life. Like I feel like that, that like probably leans lyrically in the right direction. So breakdown of my life,
Yeah, you become the hunted.
maybe.
I like where your head's at. What about blast beats and breakdowns?
Boy, I got to say, honestly, everybody knows I'm not super knowledgeable. I'm not super into. I got to say, I enjoyed every bit of hardcore that I was present for. It was cool to see it. It was cool to be there. Was it the showdown set where somebody was like crowd surfing all the way to the back of the room?
That was most of the sets.
Somebody said get him out of here, though. They were like, I want him to go all the way to the back. Is that what you're talking about? Like from the stage, the lead singer was like, I want them to surf to the back, and they like got him all the way out. Then it became definitely a recurring theme. But I can't. Was it the showdown? Somebody like directed that from the stage.
Someone, during the showdown, someone did go all the way back. But I know there was a set at some point during the weekend where they specifically were directed to crowd surf him all the way out.
Maybe it was Crowder. He likes to crowd surf across the people to go to the bathroom.
It was David Crowder.
He was at Furnace Fest.
But I mean, probably the ones I experienced would be the ones I thought were the coolest. So
we've kind of talked about it before, but like a lot of hardcore bands, it's the live experience is way more fulfilling than the albums, because you get the crowd kind of is part of the whole package. Right. And sometimes you just can't quite capture the energy and the vibe in the studio.
It's a soundtrack to a scene, to a whole thing. Yeah. Did we ask Missy, are you a hardcore fan?
I'm not. Is Emery a hardcore band?
I was just about to ask, because like they got kind of hard. They dabble, right?
Because there's pretty parts to it.
Yes, they also sing pretty.
Yep.
If our kid would have been a girl, she would have been Emery.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Look at this. What do you have over there, Kevin?
Oh,
hold on.
It's the most beautiful wheel I've ever seen.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Put a little love in it.
Look at all of
this.
That.
This is incredible.
That is a wheel with different colors and words.
We have this wheel here that Sarah got for, I don't remember why, something. And I think it was for a party or something, and it just never got used. So what we ended up doing was anytime we wanted to go out to eat and we couldn't decide what we wanted to eat, we would just list, everybody kind of take turns and name a restaurant, put it on there, and then
spin the wheel. There it goes. Is it dry erase?
Yeah.
It's doing that cool thing where like the frame rate is making it look funny. And yet, no, it just stopped spinning, huh?
We wrote a bunch of topics that came up on the Pickle and Boot Shop on there, as well as a few other random categories. So if we get stuck and we don't know what to do, we can spin the wheel and see what happens.
I feel like we should try it out right now.
Yeah, we don't need to wait to be stuck. We just go.
Alrighty.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
Who wants to talk Furnace Fest? No.
That's the only thing he wrote on the wheel. Every single triangle says Furnace Fest
on every selection, right?
Oh my word!
Furnace Fest Friday, Furnace Fest Saturday, Furnace Fest Sunday.
Happy days. Okay.
Mi Pueblo.
Yep. So we almost did land on Furnace Fest. This one right here is
porta potty talk an option?
But it could be for next week.
It's dry erase.
Right there.
So what it landed on was Insiders Con. So we talked about this. Was it last week?
Yeah, I think we're hosting it, right? We're in charge. Yeah,
we are.
Oh yes, yeah. So we talked a little bit about Insiders Con, or what that would encapsulate. But then it came up that Gathering of the Juggalos has, they've got their Juggalos or whatever. What would it be at Insiders Con?
What would it be? That's the question.
Who would we be? What would we be called?
Who would you be if you weren't there? You'd be a loser. That's who.
Obviously.
But no, I mean, this is something where, like we talked about, Joe doesn't particularly like touring, right? But everybody wants to see the Insiders. And so if that's the situation. Can we just get people to show up? Basically at Joe's house, right? Or would it be like an up north sort of situation?
Oh, we'll definitely show up at Joe's house, but
Yeah.
I feel like a neutral location would be good for the roof.
Probably
Good for the
be
roofing
appreciated,
industry.
Well, and
Everybody
to get
brings their
this-
RV
yeah.
to the lake,
Yeah.
their camper.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yep.
we could go to Lake Scopigan.
Yeah.
Except we're always
Missy,
there.
remind me, how far away do you live from Michigan?
Oh, I'm in Wisconsin, so I'm right next to
Okay,
it.
not too far. Yeah, so
Well,
it wouldn't be a
depends if
big
you
hop
take
for
the
you.
ferry.
Right. Do you
Or
like the
otherwise, you
ferry?
gotta go
Like,
through
is it fun?
Chicago.
Is it
Please,
like affordable?
Please say
It's expensive.
Okay.
Is it?
Say,
That's
say the
disappointing.
name. No, wait, please, guys, hold
Oh
on.
no,
Say the name of that city one more time, please.
Milwaukee?
And the one in Illinois.
Oh, Chicago?
Okay, that right, yeah, that
Did
works.
I say
Thank
it
you.
funny?
No, you said it just how I would imagine a Wisconsin and Illinois person to say it,
There you go.
and it brought me
There you go.
so much joy. Okay.
Have you done the ferry?
I did a long time ago. But my friend just did it about a month ago, and it was really windy. Like they had 6 to 8 foot waves, and I just never even thought of that happening, in the middle of Lake Michigan. But yes, I guess it is a large body of water and there's wind, but she said people were so sick. And it's, last I checked, it was like $200 or something to cross it. I don't remember, but
How long does it
Okay.
take?
Yeah.
I don't remember. It's got to be a couple hours, 4, 5, 6 hours. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been
And
so long.
Is this
Okay.
a drive-on ferry with your vehicle or
Mhm.
like walk
Yeah.
and ride?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Which is nice.
it's all coming together in my head right now, guys. Listen to this pitch. You tell me what you think. We pitch Insiders Con as a cruise, and the cruise is Insiders gets onto the ferry and they ride the ferry, and all their fans get on with them. Somebody's going to rent a truck. I've got a commercial driver license. I get a big box truck, or I could upgrade. This would be a good reason to get my Class A, right? I get a trailer truck, and they set up on the trailer. Everybody mobs into the bottom where the cars would be parked. Everybody like hangs around down there. Insiders plays a couple of sets. We've got a couple other bands, right? We bring people in, maybe local bands that would have shared the stage with the Insiders back in the day.
Ooh.
And by the time we get to Chicago, it's all taken care of. What do
And
you
we're
think?
smoking meats, right?
Oh, smoking meat's easy. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And pickles.
Did they let you do that on the
Sure.
boat?
Oh, well, yeah.
I think if they're letting us
Why
have a
not?
festival in the car area, we get to kind of make the rules.
Yeah.
Well,
At this
true.
point.
True. Yeah. It's you, the longshoreman. You handle what happens when
Yeah.
you get to the dock. Absolutely.
Can we rent event space on the Paul Jakarta? Like, is that possible?
Yes. Trigurtha. Easily. Yes.
Can we just
Yeah.
get some of the deck? It's a big boat, right? There's plenty of room.
Yeah.
For
Yeah. See if the
We just make our way up and we go, I am the captain now. And then we just
So we're gonna hijack boats. We're pirates.
We never said that. We never said don't tie me into that.
And then
I
we'll
just wanna
become
make
the
it clear.
hunter.
I never said I was going to take over them. I think everybody's going to
Then
be
we're in
okay
for
with
the
this.
fight
but
of our life.
I could easily see. Yeah, absolutely. And then we floss. We all floss.
Collective. Before we eat and after the corn.
I think we've got
We
all the
definitely
bases
floss.
covered.
Yeah.
Missy, would you go to this?
Well, what bands would there be?
Well, at least the Insiders, like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. It's like the DC Talk Cruise. I mean, they got to play at least a couple times.
I don't know why we wouldn't invite the Insane Clown Posse to join.
I mean,
Like,
come on. Yeah.
they're local.
What?
For
Yeah.
sure.
And it's just so crazy that they might be like,
Yeah,
yeah,
easily.
we're down.
Why not?
The suicide machines can come.
But you were asking about the name of the gathering.
Yeah, what is
I
an
feel-
insider's and
I
what is
feel
an
like-
insider's
are we-
fan?
Are we the Jigsaws? I mean, are we?
Ah.
Oh.
you know,
Well done.
That's not
well
bad.
done. That ties
Yeah.
right in.
You're welcome.
Or Weebles.
It's kind of hard because the Insiders would have made sense too to call
Right.
yourselves the Insiders,
True,
but you can't
true.
call
Right.
your name the same as
Right.
the band.
No, we could because we could just spell it. We just spell it correctly. You know, like
The Insiders.
We're
Yeah.
the insiders, right? And then it
Yeah.
just makes sense when you look at it.
So 2025, or do we need more time? 2026. When is this happening? Missy, you're coming, right?
Of course, especially if it's going to be in Chicago.
You're gonna get a VIP wristband. so-
Absolutely. Yeah, that's right. Not throw it away.
As long as there's no porta potties, I'm game.
Well, VIP, you
That's
get the
right.
nice air conditioning.
That's right.
VIP, you get to use the onboard bathrooms on the boat.
Nice.
Is that good? I don't know. I've never been
I
on
get
one of
severely
those.
motion sickness though, so you need to plan it on a
Mm.
non-windy day.
It's all part of the fun.
Okay. All right. All right. Imagine a mosh pit on a windy day. Ooh,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
good. Okay.
Yep.
Just crowd
With health
surf 'em
insurance.
into the lake. Yep.
Yes. I love that.
We're getting health
I think-
insurance for this? Crazy talk.
I did learn though, you're not supposed to go to the bottom of the boat when
you
you're
sign a waiver?
motion sickness. I learned that in Alaska. That was not fun.
Ooh, I feel
Where
there's
do
What
you
happens
go?
in the bottom of the boat?
I feel like there's a story.
Stays there. Stays at the bottom of the boat.
Well, we were taking a little trip, a little ferry thing, and it was in like an inlet. And so you really weren't even supposed to get motion sickness. But it went out just into the open water just a little bit to turn around, and I lost it. I was on Dramamine, all that stuff. And of course, I went to the bathroom, which is in the bottom of the boat, to, do my thing. And then they're like, Missy, you got to get out of there. I'm like, no, as I'm barfing endlessly.
Right,
And then
right.
finally they convinced me to get out, and it was much better at the top of the boat. And I missed the dolphins, which was very upsetting.
Oh.
There were dolphins?
Oh.
There were dolphins.
Sad.
Mm-hmm.
In Alaska, I
Wow.
didn't know that
Mm-hmm.
that Alaska had dolphins.
It was June in the summer. So
That's
But
when they
yes.
vacation up there.
we went
Makes
to a
sense.
wedding. Otherwise, we probably never would have went out there. But it was wonderful. So beautiful.
Did you fly into Anchorage?
I think we did. It was a long
Okay.
time
And then
ago,
you
but
took a
yeah.
boat from there?
No, we went
No.
to Seward. We drove down
Okay.
to Seward, and that's where the wedding was.
Okay. And so the boat was like purely optional.
Yes.
Hold
Gotcha.
on. Somebody asked me if Missy saw the dolphins. Someone,
Hey, did Missy see the dolphins?
I don't know. I'll ask.
Oh no, it froze.
You froze, Pete. You froze. You gotta do it again.
Hey, Pete. Did Missy see the dolphins?
I don't know. I'll ask her.
Yes. We got it that time, and then you froze. But the payoff was there. It was worth two goes at it.
Good Lord.
So I rode a
Oh.
high speed, like a big giant high speed catamaran ferry once, and it was maybe my favorite vehicle for travel I've ever ridden in. Like you couldn't even tell you were on a boat. It was big enough, I guess. And it was from Buenos Aires in Argentina to Uruguay, like across the river, which is like miles wide. I didn't realize the river looks like the ocean there. But it was a super high speed catamaran thing, and they had like recliners, and you could get up and walk around. And like there was a ton of leg room. There was a bar. There were shops. It was massive. I had no idea we were even moving. It was the best travel situation I've ever been in. Way better than an airplane. Definitely better than a car. It was awesome. So, but I think they must be giant. That must be the key. They have to be huge.
Okay, there we go. Well, hey, that was fun. Should we spin the wheel again?
Yes.
Oh, Squid
Look
Games.
at that. Wow, that's incredible.
Yes.
So this is the game, Missy.
Yeah. Yeah. Jared,
This
tell
is
us how it works.
You were the first contestant.
Oh no.
You're essentially like the sorting hat in Harry Potter. You got to place us in order. And you're gonna have very little information or context to decide. So that's gonna be the fun.
Great.
So I'm gonna pose a question to
You're going to
you,
do great.
and then you put us from 1 to 4 on your scale of the most you would want for this situation and the least. And you can tell us why. And I think, to be fair, since we don't know each other that well, you can ask one question to each of us to gather information to inform your decision. That just seems right.
Okay.
And so we'll start off with something simple. Go ahead, Pete.
Half the fun is that we don't know each other very well. So this is just going to be a grand time. There is no pressure on this at all. This is all for the laugh.
A lot of spitballing here. A lot of spitballing, which is most of our podcast. So
Yep.
it fits.
I don't know if you've listened to all 27 episodes about Furnace Fest.
There's a whole lot of throwing things at the wall, not as much things sticking, maybe. So scenario 1, the holidays. Who out of the 4 of us would you trust the most with the Thanksgiving turkey? Family's in town. It's the main event. Who, 1, is the most trustworthy to prepare the turkey? 4 is the no.
I'm gonna
You're
say
gonna
Kevin
sabotage
only
it.
because I've seen you guys cooking stuff.
I agree with that.
This
That's an
makes
informed
sense.
decision.
He's got an
That's
outdoor pizza oven. That's a guy who knows his
Right.
way
I
around
mean, I
some
would take that
culinary
over
events.
turkey
Yeah.
any day. So
Wow. Wow.
Mhm.
Turkey pizza would be awesome too. All right. So that's number one.
Ooh.
I have to keep
Oh,
going.
you got to go 1 through
Oh
4.
my
Yeah, you
goodness.
got to rank us.
She's like, "Oh, I made a good decision." And then
You got to
That's
pick a
right.
loser too, not just winners here.
Yeah. Ask me if I know how to cook things.
Wait, Pete. Pete,
Yeah.
you cook stuff.
Sure
So
do.
I forgot about that. I should have known that. So I would put Pete as second.
Oh no,
Or is
I
it
appreciate
Do I start with is Kevin
Well, you put
considered
Kevin
4 or
number
1?
1.
Kevin's number
Okay,
one.
Kevin's
That's a
one.
great choice.
Pete's
That's a
number
great
2.
choice. I appreciate that. If you only
This
knew,
is
but I
stressful.
appreciate that.
Pete knows his way around.
And you do still
Yeah.
have 2 questions.
Ask me if I want to cook the turkey.
Do you want to cook this? Are you a
No.
vegetarian?
I'm not a vegetarian, but I like vegetarian things.
Do
and
you
I'm
like
just
to
not
cook?
that handy in the kitchen. No.
All right, then I'll put Jared then as
Okay.
3, and Brock, you could be 4.
There we go. There we go.
Pete,
There was a time a couple of years back where I was staying at my sister's house, and I think we were sleeping like in the living room or something, a pull-out couch, that sort of thing. And it's like 5 a.m, and she's like, "Bro, hey, bro, do you know how to cook a turkey?" I said, "No, but we figured it out." So
nice. I
Well,
just
that should
Pete,
make it easy.
I would like you to record
Mhm.
that today Brock was picked last for something. Just in the lore.
Am I gonna get a lot of
Please,
hate mail
please do.
for that?
no,
You're not.
So-
I'll stand up for it
No,
Nope.
because
because
this
I don't want to
Nope.
cook it.
He's only human after all. Don't place the blame on him.
That's right. Last year,
So
when
it-
I had my dad over for Thanksgiving, we ordered from a fish restaurant. They were making Thanksgiving dinners, and we ordered that from McGrath's Fish House.
was it good?
It was tasty. Yeah,
Nice.
way better than if I made it.
I actually made the turkey last year. This is the only time I've ever done it. And my family was here. We hosted my parents, and I was like, I'm going to smoke the turkey. And my wife had zero confidence in me. She's like, no, you can't. Like, you've never tried. You got to do a trial run. I was like, nope, we're going all in on Thanksgiving itself. It's either like high levels of success and I'm a hero, or everything is ruined. I don't want any middle ground. I don't want a practice attempt. I'm just going to give this a shot. And I also bought a turkey from an organic butcher shop. Don't do that unless you want to spend a lot of money on a turkey. I was like, it's a turkey. So I bought food at this butcher shop, and I was like, I don't want a Food Lion turkey. I want to get like a decent turkey. We're hosting at our house for the first time. Family's coming in. I'm going to get an above average turkey. And I was like, well, I buy meat from this butcher shop. And I saw like in Dunn, next town over, and I saw on their Facebook page, like, hey, taking orders for turkeys. I was like, this is like, it's also like 4 days before Thanksgiving, and I haven't bought the turkey that I'm responsible for making. And I was like, I should secure a turkey, or I'm going to end up with the worst option at Food Line. Hey,
Hi.
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 They said hi.
Hello.
Greetings and salutations.
Hello, Junior.
One
Pickle Soldier.
question. One question. Do you like pickles?
Oliver, do you like pickles?
No, I do not like pickles.
Oh,
said-
too bad.
Do you like
Oh, well.
boots?
Do you like boots?
Not that much.
How do you
Do
feel
you
about
like
Okay,
Crocs?
Croc
all right.
boots?
Do you like crack boots?
Crocs.
You like Crocs? Yeah.
Boom.
Crocs are
All
kind of
right.
like boots.
One
right?
of us.
Yeah, we're in. We're in. Yeah.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Okay, carry on.
Oh, you're good.
Good
No, no,
night.
this
It was nice
this
to
is
see you.
good night.
Nice to
This
see
is
him.
this is like watching the bonus episode. This made me feel all warm and cozy inside. It was great.
Mhm.
Yes. So I saw the Facebook notice, like, secure your, reserve your Thanksgiving turkey before they're all gone. We have so many left. And I was like, oh, I should go ahead and get a turkey, and I want a better than average turkey, so I'm going to get it from this butcher shop. I did not. So I called them and asked if they had any turkeys left, and they said yes. So I put my name down. They told me they'd call me like when they were ready, the week of Thanksgiving. But I did not ask how much they cost. And it was like a $90 turkey.
Oh.
So I went and picked it up, and they rang it up, and I was like,
Oh.
it'd be really embarrassing to decline the turkey I'd reserved and then have to go scrounge one up 2 days before Thanksgiving from somewhere else. So I was like, I'm just going to buy this turkey and maybe not tell my wife how much it cost, because maybe that part's
There
not
you go.
important.
That's
And
the
now I
big deal.
better make it good. Now I better not ruin this turkey, because it's the most expensive turkey ever. But it came out
I mean,
great.
tasted quality, right? Because it was organic.
Well,
Should we drop in the obligatory pickles
I-
over the price?
but I will be better if you say pickles, and then Pete, you can say that's more than I make in a year.
Pickles. That's more than I make in a year. And it probably is true. $90. That's about right. That's more than I make in a year.
So don't get your turkey from an organic butcher shop unless
And
you're
that-
really like spending a lot on a cheap cut of meat.
And that was per pound.
That's right. So
Had
anyway,
this turkey been pardoned? Is that part of the price?
I feel like I bought something else besides just that turkey. So maybe
Okay.
I bought its freedom and the meat.
You had to pay for the reversal of the justice system.
Yeah, it was a really good turkey, but I have not calling that butcher shop back for a turkey this year. I'll say
I
that.
was gonna say, I mean, if you didn't show up, you just wouldn't go back, right?
Right, and they keep
You
sending
go
me
in like
texts with a
80
$5
years
off
later, like,
coupon,
there's that
so-
guy that didn't buy the turkey.
Yeah, it's a small shop. I'd be recognized. I can't go back there. Can't ruin my my quality meat hookup. All right, next question, Missy. You got to keep it going. You got to keep
Oh,
ranking
man.
us.
Oh no! Wait. I think Kevin's got something. What's going on?
What do you got, Kevin?
Oh no, I was actually going to circle back
Oh,
on
yeah.
the Thanksgiving talk. So for me, Thanksgiving is my absolute favorite holiday out of the entire year.
Same.
So here's my reasoning behind it. Everybody, everybody's like, "Oh, Christmas is the best." No. Thanksgiving is the best. Here is why. Great food. You got friends and family getting together. You don't have to worry about buying gifts for everybody. And, you get those cousins who are like, oh, look at my toy that's way better than yours and all that nonsense. None of that, none of the stress of like having to deal with like, making sure that you've got enough money to get, everything for the kids and your significant other and all, everybody else in the family. No, you're just there to hang out with each other, eat amazing food, and just kind of relax. The best
Nobody's getting
holiday.
stuck in a chimney.
Mm.
And you don't have to eat
Right.
ham, right? Like, isn't that the
Oh.
traditional meal? Like, yeah.
I like ham better than
Oh,
turkey.
Okay. Yeah. I my apartment is made out of ham.
I'm strongly in the turkey camp.
So this is
Yeah.
Because when people don't want it,
Yeah,
I'm like,
if
we
I had
only
to
do this
choose-
once or twice a year, and it's delicious. Everyone eats
Oh,
the leftovers, and then
so
people are like,
good.
"Oh, I don't like turkey." I'm like, "Yes, you do when it happens. When the turkey's out there, we all eat it." But then people say it's dry or whatever. It's
Right.
like, turkey's delicious. I love it.
That's what cranberry sauce is for.
Yeah.
that's what the
Oh,
gravy's
hey.
for.
You eat other Coke.
So are we a white meat or a dark meat crowd, or a mix of both?
White.
Why me?
Primarily white,
Ooh.
occasionally dark, but
Dark.
primarily white.
Oh, I was gonna say just like aliens, I'm the only one that likes dark. But yeah, I'm a primarily dark, but I will enjoy the white meat as well. And then also Thanksgiving Day or leftovers after eating for 2 days after. What do you appreciate more?
Yes.
Day.
Oh,
Heated.
Hey,
Hey,
the
okay.
fresh
Yeah.
meal.
is there mayonnaise for the sandwiches?
Yeah.
That depends on what family you come from.
Okay,
And-
then I'm definitely like 3 days after, like turkey sandwiches with mayonnaise, please.
Oh yes, I
What
love
brand
that.
of mayonnaise? North Carolinians have strong opinions about this.
Hellman's?
Or Duke's.
Wrong answer. There you go.
Okay, sorry.
I don't even eat mayonnaise. I just know people care.
So I love mayonnaise.
What's
And
wrong with you?
You have to be a true
What kind of tacos do you have on Monday?
right. And are you really
spaghetti?
are you really a 5-iron fan if you don't like mayo? I mean, come on. I mean, that's. But I like day of because that's just I'm with you, Kevin. It's the
It's hot.
well. Thank you. You are too. It's less stress. That made no sense. But anyway, it's less stress.
He's an attractive man, didn't you know? When you witness it in person, you'll get it.
There's at least 10 things more attractive than his mustache. But the day
We'll count them
At
down
least.
right now.
let me count them down.
Jeez.
Let's see, I wrote them down. Let's see.
That's the next game, Missy. We got 1 through 10.
Oh.
Let's see his.
Wow.
We all get to go.
His jaw.
I
His
have
jaw-
14.
I'll just log
His
off now.
jawline, his eyes, his hair, his glasses. I wrote them all down.
Please,
That
please.
jawline, man.
But speaking of
Back
Thanksgiving
to the hot
talk,
meal.
I'm thankful for
We
you.
were on the
Okay.
hot meal. Now we're talking about Thanksgiving.
All right. So I'm on. He's like, I'm done, guys. I'm gone again. Computer problems.
He wanted to be famous. Now he wants to take it back.
Yep, that's right.
I'm opening my mail over here.
That was awesome. For those of you listening at home, he made a reference to a song. So Thanksgiving Day is amazing, but I also love the leftovers. Like Thanksgiving is one of those holidays that can last for numerous days. I think is what I'm going, because the meal,
Yes.
those leftovers the next couple days, chef's kiss.
What's your top side? Because I'm a hardcore mashed potatoes guy. That is the key
Potatoes.
element of the Thanksgiving meal
Yeah.
aside from the turkey. It's the mashed potatoes.
Interesting.
Brock?
I've always been a stuffing guy.
Ooh, me too.
Yeah.
I like,
Yep.
but I like both.
Yeah.
I
I
love
mean, I would like them
potatoes.
all. All the sides, please. But
So-
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Around here at our local chain, shout out to D'Angelo's, they do a Thanksgiving toasted, and
Yes.
so
It's so
So
good.
it
Say it
has
again. A
all
Thanksgiving what?
Thanksgiving toasted. It's
Thanksgiving
so think
toasted.
of your like next day sandwich, right? So your leftovers, it's going to be a sandwich with turkey, stuffing, cranberry, mayo, and gravy. And oh my goodness, last year for Thanksgiving, I just ordered because we were doing it solo. I just ordered the Thanksgiving toasted like catering sandwich. And
Well done. Well
Like a
done.
3 foot long sub thing.
yeah, basically. And
Awesome.
basically it was one of the greatest solo Thanksgivings I've ever, like my wife and I, that we'd ever had. It was just because we didn't have to worry about cooking all that stuff, just for us. And it was amazing. I ordered the day, so it was like we were having like day after Thanksgiving the next day, because they weren't open on Thanksgiving, but it was really cool.
Much to be thankful for.
Mm-hmm.
So one tradition that we have in our family, we have a pretty big family. Once you get all the cousins and everybody and aunts and uncles and all that. So what our tradition is, your ticket into Thanksgiving dinner is you have to bring a
Yeah.
pie. Now, this is not one pie per family deal. We're talking, you got 4 people in your family. Guess what? That's 4 pies you got to bring. If you don't bring a pie,
Does RC does a moon pie count?
you could make that argument. You'll get shit for it, but you can make that argument.
For your subpar offering.
Yeah. So like, occasionally someone will bring like a pizza
Oh.
or something like that and be like, it's a pizza pie, things like that. Do not bring a tart. A tart is not a pie. So you don't bring a pie. Here's what happens. We will still feed you. You still get your food. However, you have to go sit in your car and eat your dinner in your car. And you think about what
I would
you've
be
done.
okay with that.
Holiday shaming. There should be more of that.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, there's been times where it's like 35, 40, 45 people there.
What do you do with all that pie?
It is
For days and
you
weeks.
eat it. And then so here's the best part. So you got all that pie, and everybody's always trying to make something different from everybody else. So you get this wide variety of just ridiculous pies, which I'll be sure to post, pictures and all that once we get there. So you'll have like an apple butter pumpkin pie. You'll have, apple streusel pie. You'll have blueberry, standard pumpkin. Just you name it, there's probably someone's made it. Then people will get creative. Like my mom one year made a Venn piegram. So she bought this custom pie plate where it's essentially a Venn diagram thing. And I forget what the combination was. If it was one side was pumpkin and the other side was apple, and then the middle was like an apple pumpkin pie.
This is clever.
So it's just, yeah. So just, you got all these different kinds of pies. So everybody's, you're just taking small slices out of, whatever it is you want to try out of the 25, 30 pies. Then you've got like a leftover container. So you take stuff home with you, like, oh, I didn't get to try that. So you grab some, basically put together a to-go tray to bring home with you for the
This
next
is a
day.
good tradition, Kevin, including the shaming.
Yeah.
I might have a pie recipe that you can use to try to win the whole family. So I have not
Ooh.
made it yet, but I took a class in the
Okay.
program I was in. I took a food and theology class, and the professor really likes to cook
Okay.
and grow food and things like that. But he won a blue ribbon at the state fair with his pie recipe, and he shared it with us. So it's a North Carolina
okay.
blue ribbon winning pie. And I can send you the recipe,
Okay.
and you can decide if it's worthwhile for you to give it a shot. I have not tried it. I just know North Carolina State Fair is a big deal, and he won the whole thing.
Yeah, I'll give it a go. Yeah, send it my way.
Pete, are you okay?
I didn't want to take away from the pie talk, so I just don't mind me. For those of you listening, for those of you listening at home, the Yankees just got thrown out at home plate, and
Oh man. Well,
you say some pickle words.
I said a few pickle words. I muted my microphone. I took off my video because I was loving the banter that was happening, and I tried not to take it away from the things that are happening. But alas, I did, because I called attention to myself before I could turn off the video, and I'm stalling because I'm trying to find a sound bite and it's not working. So just hold on a second, because I'm filibustering now. We're just gonna. So then I was talking about the Yankees the other day, and I said to myself, the Yankees are a great organization, and I really hope that they will go on to win many different things in life. And oh, wait, hold on. My Bluetooth is connected, so you won't be able to hear it. So I'm just going to keep talking now. And really, it's really great, because I wish I could take a screen grab of what's happening here. So in turn, when he was thrown out at home, what did I say to myself? I said, nope, that's not what I did. That's a pickle pod episode. So no, instead, so when I got home, yep, that's what I did. So here we go. And so in turn, when I saw that he was thrown out at home, I said, what the mother father pickles? Thanks so much for joining my TED Talk.
Totally worth it.
So we do, typically people will kind of debate over what the best pie is out of all of them. But we also have a prize for the self-leveling pie award, which is for the pie that, you take a slice out of it and it looks like you didn't take a slice out of it, because it's just kind of filled itself back in. There's usually at least one, pie where that happens, where it's, some crazy recipe that, like, oh, let's see if I can make this, and it just does not work.
What's your ringer pie when you want to show up and show out? What do you bring?
Oh man. So I've made a bunch of different ones. I did it was like a maple cream pie with like a bacon crumble
awesome. Over to your house.
topping. But for the crust, I used Belgian waffles and put it in like a cheesecake pan.
Mm.
So you could just kind of stick them all together, and then you fill it with like the maple cream cheesecake type filling. That one was super good, but it took forever to make. It was so complicated and just time consuming that I have not made that again.
Yeah, and meat pie. You just do hand pies, like Jamaican patties and things, like empanadas.
We have done savory pies. I think Megan did a mac and cheese pie. Trying to think what else we've done. Yeah, there's been like a breakfast pie type thing where it was like the scrambled eggs and sausage and bacon and stuff like that. So yeah, people get real creative with it.
Has there ever been a Thanksgiving leftovers pie? Could be like a pot pie, but
there will be this
turkey.
year.
Yeah,
right?
That's a good idea. I like where this is going.
We're here to help you brainstorm pies. Every episode, we'll bring a new pie to the table.
This is a good idea.
Call in. I forgot the number already. Sorry.
Yeah. So if you have any ideas for what I can make for this year's Thanksgiving, 985-28 squid. Give me some ideas. We'll see what happens.
98528 squid.
Please share grandma's pie recipe.
98528 squid. Got it.
Jared, what's the next question?
But next question for you, Missy, and the sorting hat. So you got to rank us in order, and this one could be challenging because the question is, who would you close down a bar with? But there's all kinds of bars. So some of them serve alcohol, some of them serve coffee.
Yeah.
Some
Neither
of them are
of which I
buffets
drink.
and like a mashed potato bar.
Cheese bar.
We had a mashed potato bar at my wedding, so there's all kinds of bars that you could close. Yeah,
I love that.
So you can get as creative as you need to with a bar.
How many years have you been married, Jared?
16.
So at your 20th, can we come and you have, or 25th, I don't care, we'll be friends that long. Can you recreate the mashed potato bar?
Yeah, it's going to be at the Jigsaw Feast on the boat.
That's right. Call back. Boom.
Sweet.
All right. So go ahead. So then I guess we could do a follow-up to that. Not a follow-up to the amendum to the question. What would be your favorite bar, Missy? It could be anything.
And you're free to ask a question to inform your choices.
That's
of
right.
each one of us.
I have a pizza bar.
Ooh, all right.
Oh.
All right. Well.
Well, Pizza Hut used to have the all-you-can-eat pizza bar.
Well, I don't love Pizza Hut, but I love the atmosphere of Pizza Hut. I miss it greatly.
Excuse me? No.
Book it.
Does anybody not like pizza? Okay. All right. That doesn't
silence
help.
tells us everybody loves pizza. Silence on an audio podcast tells you everybody loves pizza.
If there were some no's, I feel like the podcast could have quickly come to an end for good.
Really? I don't even know what other questions.
The thing was
asked
built on
about
lies.
that.
We're done here.
All right.
So well, I know Kevin makes pizza, so I could pick Kevin for number one again.
Man,
That's
Kevin,
true.
You're just so popular. You're like more popular than Brock Dittis.
Impossible.
Please pick Brock last again. That'd be hilarious.
I'm into it.
Oh, go ahead,
I think
Brock.
I'm pretty good at shutting down bars, but again, it's not the sort of thing that you'd enjoy. So this is your choice.
Okay. What do you, Brock? What do you like on your pizza?
What do I like on my pizza? I'm a big fan of like the classic pepperoni. I do not hate Hawaiian. Some people do. I don't. And I do like a white sauce pizza, like a chicken Alfredo sort of thing.
Okay, Pete, what do you like on your pizza?
I love a nice meat lovers pizza. Or I don't. Again, I'm with Brock. I don't hate Hawaiian. Lately, I've been going for a nice Alfredo chicken pizza. I really kind of enjoy that, or even a chicken bacon ranch.
Okay, Jared.
Very simple, classic pepperoni, or meat lovers. Okay.
What a simpleton.
Yep.
Well,
Wait
to hear what I eat on my pizza.
I want tomato sauce and mozzarella. I don't want other sauces. I don't like ranch. I don't want buffalo sauce or anything on pizza. I just want classic pepperoni.
Kevin, what do you like on your tombstone? Thank you very much. Sorry, Missy. I just had to bring out the 90s reference.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I think if I had to pick my favorite, it probably would be Hawaiian. And you can kind of play with the Hawaiian a little bit. Like you don't have to strictly just go the ham and pineapple. Like you can throw, some jalapenos on there. You can change up the sauce a little bit. You could do almost like a barbecue style sauce instead.
This man definitely has an outdoor pizza oven. You can tell. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have really no idea where I'm going with this.
Okay, that's nothing wrong.
A little bit more.
That's okay.
I enjoy those questions. That's a very good line of questioning. And that the great part was that was one question posed to all of us. So you have more questions.
I don't. I'm trying to figure out who would eat the pizza most similar to mine, which is just plain cheese and pineapple. And three of you have all said Hawaiian. So Jared, I'm sorry, you're last.
Oh, all right.
Now, I'll tell you
Oh,
now
all right.
that I've been placed at the bottom that my the one pizza that's like very specific, like mellow mushroom, used to make a jerk chicken pizza that was jerk chicken with pineapple, and I
Ooh.
loved that. But I'm not so much a
Yep.
ham and pineapple person.
There's the shop down the street from
So
us has the jerk chicken with
Yeah.
pineapple. It's so good.
What crust? Thin crust or thick crust?
Then
Thin or Chicago style?
Thick.
I like the
I-
deep dish.
I got to go like middle of the road, but if that's not a choice, probably thin.
I would say more middle of the road for myself. Okay, Brock, you're second.
Okay,
Mm.
thanks.
All right, I'm third. All right.
third.
There you go. We figured it out.
I love this game.
Yep.
This is a great game.
I really,
And
This is
Jared, you are a genius.
we're just here to play games, Squid Games. So here's the next
Yep.
scenario. Zombie apocalypse time.
Oh no.
So the world has turned, and now it's survival.
And left me here long before you appeared, and in your place, a reckless.
That's right. It's in your head, zombie.
Do you believe what I say now?
So now you're talking survival. Is you and a partner to make it? You got to go one. That's who you want. That's the person that's going to help you get through, and then fourth is the dead weight. Just zombie food.
There you
That's
go.
terrible.
Can we all
Let
rank?
me start.
You got to make this a
Tell
little
you.
uncomfortable.
After Missy does hers, can we rank too? Because I love this question. Maybe that's for
Just
another.
like making lists.
I feel like though I think this will be a question we'll ask everyone, and then we'll talk about it another time. But I like that question. All right, I'm buying you time, Missy.
Thank you.
And you
I'm
have a
gonna-
question, Missy. So for each of us.
Well, I'm gonna start with Brock, just because I know you do camping stuff. So I'm assuming you have some survival skills of some sort.
I have barely any survival skills, but I have a lot of camping stuff. I know
okay.
that
Oh no, I
what
should
you
ask
want to
questions
know.
first.
So shelter
What
and
you
tools.
want to know
He's
is
got
that
'em.
I've got what 14 days worth of water in my garage or something. Whatever they tell you to get until the place where the government comes to rescue you, which they may not. Yeah,
He still has the batteries from Y2K.
I sure do. Sure do.
And toilet paper.
Yeah, that and like food for my family. So not necessarily for you, but you could be convinced. You could convince me to share.
Well, Jared didn't say that there would be family
In this
involved. You just
scenario,
said
I
there
think
was one
everybody
other
else is
person.
gone,
So
yeah.
It's classic zombie scenario where like,
Yeah,
you're
this is
stuck with a bunch of
survival.
people you would never be with. Yeah,
all right.
this Zoom call just gets like picked up and put down in the middle of the horde. Yeah.
Yes.
Does anybody watch the show alone?
I watch many shows alone. What
No, the survival show.
I know what you mean.
No.
I do not.
Oh
That's Bear
no.
Grylls. I watched Bear Grylls survive.
Okay. All right. Jared's next.
I
So
watch
you're number 2.
I
Because
watched
you
Sur-
hopefully have picked something up from there.
I watch Survivor.
Okay.
I've seen all of Walking Dead.
I do watch
Okay,
that.
you probably have learned a lot from there. Although I still don't understand where they kept
People are
getting
terrible.
gas.
Trust no one. Yeah.
I used to watch The Last Man on Earth.
Oh,
Mhm.
is that a
Oh,
comedy?
that was a good one.
Well, no, it was a survival show.
Oh, it was?
Yes, also a comedy. Yeah.
All
Also,
right.
yeah.
Okay. I forgot what I was going to ask.
A good point, Missy. In The Walking Dead, where do they get all this gas?
Yes.
Doesn't make any sense.
No. So I stopped watching.
They should be riding bikes. Yeah.
Do they eat a lot of beans?
Hey.
I would assume from all their homies.
It's true. They got a lot of homies gassing them up. That must be it.
And then they gas up their homies. It just keeps going.
Listener at home, if you want to hear the story, if you want to hear the joke about gassing up your homies, look at your left ear. If you want to hear the joke about beans, go to your right ear.
I'm so confused right now.
Choose
Don't
your
worry
own
about it.
podcast.
That's what we hope for.
The truth will all unfold.
It'll make sense next week.
Oh no. I gotta think of questions to ask. All right, we're down to Kevin and Pete.
Oh, are we for
Yep.
third and fourth place?
Yes, you are.
Awesome.
Can they each give you a 15-second pitch on why
Yes,
they picked
that's what
I
I
them?
heard
would like to
pitch.
hear.
I heard pitch,
Yeah.
Jared. Here we go.
15
ahead.
seconds.
All right,
Tell
Pete, go
tell
first.
Missy why she should pick you.
Hi, Missy. I grew up in the Adirondack Mountains of New York. I often would not go outside. But wait, I'm sorry. Yes, I would go outside all the time, and I loved camping. I loved long walks on the beach. Wait, no, wait, wrong show. I often would learn how to build fire. I love soft Corinthian leather. I have many expensive. I don't know.
All right, I'm pretty sure
And that's
15
your
seconds
15
has been up.
seconds, yeah.
Go,
I'm
Kevin.
number 4. All right, sounds good.
Dangerous is his middle name, just saying.
Right. Yes. Middle names can be deceiving. So, I do enjoy camping. However, I don't know that I would consider myself a survivalist camping type person. I can start a campfire on occasion. You know, occasionally it gives me a little trouble, but I can do that. Yeah, I don't know.
Hey,
This is a tough call for
I want to
you.
make this
I'm
easier
not
for
helping
you.
it.
Make me last.
I
You just
grew
leave
up on a
3 empty
sandbar.
if you want and tie at 4.
If you came upon a bear, what would you do?
I'd say hello, friend. It's good to see you again.
Howdy,
That's what
neighbor.
you're supposed to do on Alone. They say, "Hey, bear." You say hi to it.
Did I just move up to 3rd?
You just did.
Yeah.
I think you did.
Wow.
Because I was gonna say I would look at it and go, I don't know what kind of bear that is. So I know I'm supposed to either play dead or run or punch it in the head
Brack,
or
do you
something. I
know?
don't know.
Oh,
But
go
I
ahead,
do
Kevin.
know if it's a polar bear, you're screwed.
Right.
That's all I
Fun,
know.
yeah.
If it's a polar
Mhm.
bear, I think there's Coca-Cola or on the show Lost. I don't know what.
Well, they say that you're not supposed to go uphill. Is that right? You're supposed to go downhill? No,
Both ways.
uphill. I forget. Yeah, in the snow.
Yeah, climb trees. Don't climb trees. I don't know. I
Yeah.
We're
I
all
also think we're
doomed.
going the wrong direction with camping in the zombie apocalypse when all the buildings are empty and the weapons are inside, and you want people who will go to convenience stores for Twinkies. That's what I learned from Zombieland. The things that
That's right.
never get stale. So you need people with hordes of junk food that are good at isolating themselves and ignoring others and staying indoors and keeping the walls around them. I think you don't want to go outside in a tent. That's when it's over, right?
That's true. I went
gotta be
about
in a
this
building.
completely wrong. Should we
Yeah.
start over?
No.
That's my 15 seconds to overtake Brock for first place.
Are Twinkies back in production? That's what I want to know.
I believe so.
You think
think
it's just the
so.
same batch from a long time ago still being put out there?
Yeah, it was suspended in 2012. Hold on. Hey, Google. I'm just kidding.
It's like, wait, is that true?
They made 1,000 of them, and
Yeah.
that's it.
They returned to shelves in 2013. Okay, that's right. There was a. They were retired for a bit, and then they did
Were
come
they?
back into production. Yeah, because there was a
When?
whole big in 2012, I believe.
Well, that wasn't very long then.
You know, enough people got pissed off, man.
What did they deep fry at state fairs? Oreos and Snickers? Yeah. Or that's
Well,
probably
and-
just the South. Does that not
and-
everybody else?
You know what else they do? Yeah, Oreos and Snickers. We do that too, and
Okay,
also
just make sure.
pickles.
Pickles.
This year at the North Carolina
Yep.
State Fair, they had candied oatmeal cream pies on a stick.
Ooh.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And wash that down with a cheer wine. I'm in.
Yes,
Dude,
sir.
those Cheerwine glazed hush puppies I had a few years ago at the State Fair were amazing.
Oh, son.
Yeah. The North Carolina State Fair culinary selections are terrible for you, and they're incredible.
A side note: have you
Okay.
ever been to the Cheer Wine Festival, Jared?
No, I didn't even know there was one.
Yeah, I'm
You mean
coming
like the
down.
grocery store? Food line? Convenience
What?
stores? Cheerline's everywhere. It's ubiquitous.
No, the Cheer Wine Festival put on by
No.
in Salisbury.
I didn't know this was a thing. I know where Salisbury is.
You call yourself a North Carolinian. All right, we'll table that for another podcast.
Yes, I do want to follow up. Please write that down.
I will.
See what I got
What'd
in the
you get
mail?
Oh,
Ooh, ah.
very
I don't know
cool.
what that is.
Nice red Strat.
So for the listeners at home, yeah, it's the Red Strat vinyl. It was actually sent to me by Jason Ronan, who you guys met down at Furnace Fest
That's right. He was cool.
in the Brock Dittis line.
Oh, the Brock Dennis meet and greet line. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so long.
that was
Yep.
So many
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
that eclipsed the blindside line.
We went at least 30 minutes without mentioning Furnace Fest, guys. Congratulations.
Can I mention just for the listener? Can I just say that the line was for Blindside?
It was not, Brock. No,
But
You
hey,
just came
that
from
Red
Sweden.
Strat
You came
project is
from the
pretty
country of
great.
Oregon.
Brock,
That
we
Red
taught
Strat
you.
record is pretty great. Have you guys
It
heard
is,
the Red
yeah.
Strat record?
We taught you not to lie, Brock.
It's really good.
It is.
You should
Very
really
good.
listen to the Red Strat record.
Brock, I
I have
love
not
that you're
yet, but I need to.
trying to keep it back on track, but we're like Brock.
I know. It sounds like
Your
a bunch of
audience
chickens in
deserves
here.
the truth.
Your mustache is a
guess.
thing of glory, and that's
Yeah, you
not
have
that's
So-
responsibility.
that's number 11 on my list. Okay, sorry.
Far as I can tell, Red Strat's not on streaming anywhere. And so the only way you can get it, the only way you can listen to it is to buy a copy of the vinyl. And if you don't have a record player, you buy a record player as well.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
No excuses. Go do it, people.
Mhm.
That's a great plug for the vinyl record player industry. I mean,
That's
Yeah.
right.
you want to listen to that Red Strat record? Go buy some vinyl record players.
Paid for by the American vinyl record player
Yep.
industry.
Yes.
All rights reserved.
That's right.
And I just want to say thanks again to Jason. He actually hooked me up with that, and I was like, "What do I owe you for it?" And he said, "0. Thanks to you, I got to meet a legend, Dick Buttis."
There we go. Hey, yeah, all right.
Priceless.
I'm here for that.
Oh, I'd love to meet Dick Butkus too.
I can't wait till he moves
Seriously.
on from our stepping stones, so you get more things in the mail, Kevin. As
Give you 2
introduce
dead
him.
Ditka. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
It's only
man.
up from here, guys.
I really like this game.
It's a good game. I think we should play it again.
I'm glad
Yeah.
you didn't warn me about it ahead
Yeah.
of time. I would have been a little extra nervous for a little.
Her internet would have all of a sudden not worked.
Oops.
Very unstable. Yeah.
I mean, we got to talk a little bit more about the episode, but because of your obligations, and then we're going to start the Brockless podcast.
There we go.
That's the after
Perfect.
show, Missy.
All right.
Yeah, and feel free to stay for the after show, Missy. We'd love to have you.
And that's the news from Lake Scabagon, where all of the pies are plentiful. All of the disco balls have gone firmly through the stage. And all of the tri-hold ferry boats are above average.
Oh,
Impressive.
onward, pickle soldier.
Outstanding. Another perfect podcast. We did it.
Very pleasant, my friends. Thank you. Good to see you.
A+ because Missy's here.
Yep, good to
Oh,
see
good.
you.
Goodness.
Thank you.
It's a plus.
Bye.
Brock, you're a legend. You have incredible vocabulary. You're a wordsmith, and you are the stepping stone.
And then
Oh.
jawline.
Growl. And
Tell
you,
the people of
Stop,
your country
stop.
how blessed they are. to have.
Stop.
And
And
thank you
you-
for visiting our land.
and you,
It's
sir,
just
Sorry.
you're
are,
gonna make me hang up.
you are a
Just
stepping
keep
stone
on going.
in my
I'm
life.
just like, whoop, I'm out of here.
Look, when you he did it.
Oh, there he goes.
Don't worry, I'll
That-
text him the rest.
Rock stars know how to make an entrance and an exit. I'll tell you what. The real
And
celebrity.
the great part is we have that on video. That's gonna be a low light. It's gonna be great.